see if YouTube will let me live stream in the same resolution, even though it just told me I couldn't live stream in the same resolution that I always live stream in. Because it picks up on when I type good tags, you know, when you have tags that are good tags that are intuitive, and you're focused and you're thinking, what are people going to type when they search for something? And you get it all just right. Every time I do that, the resolution I always use is unsupported. But anyways, let's move on, shall we? Welcome to the Easy Reefers channel. Material contained on this channel may contain copyrighted material. All instances in which such material is used by this channel as material meet the legal standards and requirements for fair use of material. Welcome to Easy Reefers. Welcome, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, dogs and cats, fishies and fowls, to the Easy Reefers channel. Here on Fake TV, I am your host, of course. Fake TV's Sean Morris. Who am I? Yeah, that's yeah. I am Popeye the Sailor Man. Anyway, so crap. Today I'm gonna lean forward to reach something and then cough because I'm old. No. Today we're going to be resuming the Final Fantasy 13 copyrighted material. See, here's the thing. I had a video get, blocked from monetization because it had Final Fantasy on it. And then I continued to see monetized live streams and monetized videos, not authorized in any way, not even with a freaking fair use disclaimer. Ads still playing. And I felt a little bit singled out. I felt a little bit, unfairly treated. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to post videos with a purpose. Those purpose make my use of this material fair use. To have people posting gaming content for no other reason than just to be a random robot that collects money and in a lot of cases give people bad advice or really snobbish critiques, those people are not actually legally protected under the Fair Use Act. But it's interesting how they're monetized and I'm not. Just interesting, that's all. Just interesting. So anyways, let us begin, shall we? Alright, is everything working? Hello? Okay. My face and her face and her face and my face. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Okay. Yeah, so this is how my window's working here. And yes, once again, we have the interesting person who just comes on for 15 seconds and then leaves. Nothing suspicious about that at all. Nothing to do with why there's 0 people watching right now. On a channel with over 3,000 subscribers, might I add. Anyways, had well over 1 million views a year ago, that kind of thing. So, let's get the chat window the hell off the screen, and perhaps we should get to explaining what we got going on here. We have double leveled everyone's weapons. Okay, so if I go into inventory, hi to Mr. Conway. For just a second there, I thought about pretending to say howdy to somebody who just joined me. I just imagine myself doing that, and then you arrived. Why would I pretend somebody arrived? I don't really give a shit. Not enough to lie about it. But instinct, what can I say? And speaking of instinct, to harness the instinct of these players here, you need to find the right weapon for them. Now, the thought that went into this game has actually been quite underrated, I think. And I think the more I play it, actually the more I'm enjoying it. It seems to be one of those types of games where you almost have to want to push yourself to do better to want to play it again, but there's tangible benefits of, you know, I don't know, extra satisfaction. Like, for instance, the battles on this game are timed. And your first time through, it's rather difficult to get 5-star rating on your timing. But there's a lot of nuances to the tactics that you use. And as well, a lot of different ways that different enemies are armored. And you have to learn the intricacies of each foe to really push that envelope and just, you know, kick ass and take names and then kick those names in the ass and get you 5 stars. So, just focusing on the girls here, I've been using 2 main weapons for her. One is the Helter Skelter, the other is the ultimate weapon. These are twice leveled weapons, so they're catalyzed and then fully leveled up after being catalyzed, so they're pretty freaking powerful now. This quick stagger thing from the Lionheart Ultima weapon, I'm really not a fan. It just doesn't seem to do much compared to your Helter Skelter, which basically has more than twice the strength added. You know? So, when you go to Lightning, Helter Skelter gives her 1845 strength. Ultima weapon, 1610. You know, a little bit of quick stagger help or not, I'm going to go with the 1845 and do some fucking killer damage once they're staggered and get them dead quick, you know? I don't got time to be, you know, doing, what, 13% less damage? Fuck that. Anyways. So, obviously Lightning is Lightning and she kicks ass, you know. If you want to primarily focus on staggering and magic, which I might go ahead and use that one for this battle. It seemed to work really well last time. But for running around, okay, for walking around, leveling up and chopping through crap, Helter Skelter, man. And anything that you actually have to chop apart once it's staggered, Helter Skelter works really well. But this final boss battle is tricky. And I think the best way of explaining it is actually looking at the paradigms. I've already set them up, I think. So basically what you have here is a whole bunch of sentinels for Lightning. And there we go. Yeah, why not? You don't want to be caught out of sentinel mode easily. Okay, so you want to be able to do things that take prolonged periods of time with Lightning as a sentinel. Now, I'm considering playing around with this, but here's the deal. It takes forever for Vanille to poison this guy. Because she doesn't just do poison, she tries all kinds of shit. Okay? So I want to have one paradigm with lightning doing poison. So she can poison. And a medic and a sentinel. Just because. Thinking maybe a ravager and a medic. I don't know. But anyways, so because I want her helping with the poisoning, I think I'm going to go with the lower strength, slightly higher magic, just for the slightly higher magic weapon. Because really, you want to give yourself every advantage if you can. But the problem is, what's good for one battle isn't good for the other battles. And this isn't set up very well to do staggered healing. Oh, damn. I thought I was ready and not going to have to sit here and fuck with this. But alright, so anyways, you definitely want lightning as a Ravager, just to see if Army of One works. I've been using that a lot. Like I was saying about the intricacies of things, the different ways to approach different enemies. One of them, you'll notice that some enemies stagger more quickly using Army of One, and some of them get damaged more quickly using Army of One. But sometimes it's not the same. They might be getting staggered by it really well, and then once they're staggered, you go to try to use Army of One again, and it does shit damage. The bar does not move. But having lightning as a Ravager, at least in one paradigm, is just freaking necessary. Now, another way one could go about this is using Fang as your primary player, and then having her just sentinel while the two other saboteurs go. But that just makes far too much sense to me. I can't do it. I have to be in control. I have to sit there and go, Ravager, poison. Or saboteur, excuse me. Wouldn't be very good if I went Ravager, because then I wouldn't have poison, and I'd probably just poison myself and die. Anyway. So, I haven't really been on much this week since the Labor Day weekend. How's it been going, Mr. Conway? Make sure my green screen's all copacetic. Can't have anything getting screwed up once the fight starts, you know. Okay. Now forgive me while I go right quick and get my coffee. Got back up the laptop and hopefully not knock the stuff over that's behind it. Turn off the wireless mouse. I love this mouse. Love, love, love this mouse. I went to Walmart, and I wasn't expecting to find the wireless mouse of my dreams, but I found a fucking Microsoft wireless mouse that fucking turns on and off, so it doesn't waste the battery. What a concept. Not only that, but before I even noticed the switch. Like, okay, I sold Microsoft mice and speakers and, all the little Microsoft hardware. I love, the quality of it. I love the customer's happiness with it. I had multiple pieces, retail, brand new crap, unused, in my car with me. The inventory I kept with me in my car when I lived in it and worked out of it. But for the whole first year, almost, damn near, I didn't notice the switch. I didn't notice the switch until the battery finally died. I'm like, wow, this battery lasted a really long time. And then I go and I look, there's a fucking switch. And I'm like, wow. So it lasted that long, on all the time. This thing's gonna outlive me. Like, no. Hopefully not. But, no, it'll probably outlive my grandkids, actually. It's the very idea of how much time it gets used now versus how much it's probably going to last, like 10 years. Minimum. Not being hyperbolic. I was being hyperbolic before. I don't know if you can tell. So, it's a very special mouse. I just wanted to make that clear. I'm gonna get my fucking coffee now. Oh, perfect. Perfect, except for whatever the hell I just saw floating in it, and now it's not there anymore. Oh man, come on, I could have took care of it if it was just still floating. Oh well. Cheers. So, this is a battle that we already did once. And it seemed a little bit easy. Now, that time we had pretty significant advantage because we had hope. And hope, as a synergist or medic, his what is it? His little guy here with the siphon boost. This is the first one you can get. It's got defense maintenance. I'm not sure what that does really. Extends your shells and protects. I don't know. Might make them stronger. Might extend them. I don't know. But siphon boost means that it recharges the ATB gauge more quickly. So he can just sit there and heal and heal and heal. Like, he gives you a distinct advantage And the disadvantage he has is his hit points. But if you wanted to go and equip him I sold it because I wasn't going to use it. The adamant bangle. Or maybe 2 bangles and a death ward or something like that, right? Level both of those up, level up 2 bangles, you bring him pretty far up there. And if you use the 3 guys, you wind up with 2 hasters. Oh no, 3 hasters. 3 hasters. All 3 of them can fucking use haste. I'm having second thoughts, but like, no, this is what I'm doing. So, one thing about the girls' team, however, is the Marlboro wand is basically made for poisoning. And the second form, which is by far the hardest to defeat, you basically want to just poison it. So, you poison, poison, poison. If yours doesn't take, hopefully hers will take. If you're using lightning to poison also. That's my plan, right? And just try to survive, you know? Let the poison do its thing. But Fang, 2,000 strength. $1471 magic, but 2,000 fucking strength. Okay. So, very important. And I'm not sure what I did last time. Do you remember, Mr. Conway? Did I keep the other armlet, or did I use 3 Seraph's crowns? 84% or 94%? Death proof. Thing is, you got 3 battles to deal with, and having some freaking protection, just in general, isn't a bad idea. But we'll see how it goes. But see, if you had 3 hasters, you could just come in there, you could set all these 3 up as synergists and just pop into that paradigm. Everybody hastes and just pop out of it. You get your haste back that quickly. and I think I had 2 hasters last time at least. I'm really not even sure what the hell I used, or which party team I used. But 2 was nice. Right now I only have 1. Oh. Didn't realize I was switching it. Okay. Well, so starting in Tortoise, because the first thing he does is Judgment Day and just fucking halves your HP. So this will allow it to only be cut by a quarter. And then I can go straight into protection, and Vanille should do Curaja, which cures everybody a lot. It's a full bar use thing. Or I might do Salvation for a second, pop into Salvation, then pop into Protection. And that's what I was missing. I knew I was missing something. But that, I have her as a saboteur right there, don't I? Alright, Ravager it is. And we're going to go ahead and change her to the Ultima weapon, giving her a little bit of a magic boost. And this alleged quick stagger ability, which says, allows instant staggering of enemies near their stagger threshold. So it doesn't help you stagger, although it gives you a little bit more magic, so that helps you stagger. Oh no, the flies are back. Oh, they've been gone for months and months. Oh, just the one then. I don't see like a shit ton of them on the ceiling. But I have to be on guard because I don't want to wind up drinking that fly with my coffee. Anyways. Or my ginger ale for that matter. Still got some of that left. Alright. So, it doesn't push the stagger forward. But allegedly, once you get close, it just like burst it all the way. So I guess, you know, those instances where you get really close and then fuck it up, it helps with that. But I really didn't see that much of a difference. Now I'm getting torn. I'm getting indecisive. And apparently Mr. Conway can't chat. I'm open for opinions and suggestions. But, see, last time I had her and I had Zaz and Hope, I think. Might have been Snow. But Fang should have the commando thing pretty much down with the 2000 strength. But then again, she can get in there with the strikes. Or better yet, I can just do Army of One. Alright. We're going with that. Army of One makes Helter Skelter worthwhile. Now, what doesn't make sense to me is how Army of One, which is a sword attack, is used in Ravager, which is your magic profile. Why? Like, they should just make the sword glow or something, and then that would make sense. But she's just sitting there moving really fast and using her sword. You know, it's not like she's a Soul Reaper using flash step. So anyways, Ravager Commando. But this one doesn't make sense, having Vanille poisoning, because she's not even going to stick to that. Now, if I have Fang saboteuring at the same time, that makes a little more sense. Because then, if anything lands, it'll be Fang that's making it land too, so that'll give more likelihood of Vanille using the thing that Fang doesn't have, which is poison. The AI, once it determines that they're immune to something, it doesn't keep using it. So then it'll use the ones that it has. Okay. Use the one that it's susceptible to until it takes, and then narrow it down and keep using the ones that haven't taken yet until they've all taken, and then it'll just go through. But the Calamity Spear boosts the success rate of debilitation abilities. So, she's going to do the debilitations, and she's going to do the debuffing. And I don't know which one of those poison qualifies as. I would say it's debilitating, but she doesn't have poison. She has poisinga. Maybe poisinga will take. I don't know. All I know is I'm looking forward to the post game. Because we've already got quite an advantage with the Crystarium points here. So let me go ahead and save. I've been making a different save file for every little boss battle, well, every major boss battle. Now, one thing I want to do, just to appease the actual people at Square Enix for their wonderful work at Final Fantasy, even though I happen to be a certain reincarnated individual who seems to be amused in many of your stories, here's what I have to say to defend the criticism of the sphere grid here, the Crystarium. Most people don't like this, but there's something very good about it that I think has gone unnoticed. And like I said, there's some things about this game you have to play through it trying to do better. You know, you have to play against yourself, kind of, right? Well, it gives you the opportunity to skip and focus on what you want to focus on, and rush towards, you know, if I'm trying to make her a Ravager, or if I'm trying to focus on HP, I can come pass up that strength, get the HP, move on. Dispelga. If I'm not worried about Dispelga, I can just pass that right up. There's strength, HP on the other side of it. How bad do I want it? Nope, going to Ruinga. Come back, get that later. Get those HP. Trying to get the roll level as fast as possible. Just skip everything. You know, you can have different choices in how you approach the exact development of your character. Not overall, but through the course of the game. Like, what do you need to focus on in the beginning as opposed to, you know, maxing it out later. Now, I personally think that there's enough grinding needed in this game to where you shouldn't really have to freaking have the Crystarium limited. But that being said, they did a really artful job of making sure people like me who are willing to do all the grinding it takes, like, just, you know, when you're just sick of it, just don't want to play anymore, just keep fucking playing. I've got to get it to where I can, gotta make the boss battle easier, gotta make the boss battle easier, don't want to die, need to impress my girlfriend, need to impress my wife. Need to impress both of them so they'll have a threesome with me. I mean, what? That's a joke. That's a joke. I don't have a girlfriend. Not saying it's out of the question, the other thing, but that's none of your business, is it? Anyways, moving on. So, I don't know if I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready. I'm not sure that I'm ready. We got 84% death proof, 20% physical and magical resistance, 15% physical and 15% physical resistance, 37% magical resistance, and 60% deathproof on both of these. And let's see here, 18-ish, and 2,000. 18 on strength, 18 on magic, and 2,000 on strength. So hitting pretty heavy. And the Crystarium is completely freaking done for all three of them. I think for all the guys as well, but I've been playing with these. I just wanted to see if it could be done, basically. Because in the beginning of the game, it's really, you want Lightning, Hope, and Zaz. Because you get the haste and protect. And then, by this time, the strongest team would be Zaz, Fang, and Snow. But, then it's between whether you want 3 hasters one way or the other, because Fang has haste, so you can have Hope for the better medic ability, or you can have Fang for the higher HP, and because she's Fang. But anyways. But, that's kind of the reason why we're picking this team. Lightning, because she's the main fucking character. You want to use her in the battle, and she's got poison. You can purposely use poison. Vanille, she's a powerful mage. Pretty good healer. Not as good as Hope, but she's got higher HP. And she's the only other player that has poison. So then who do you pick from there? Gotta have somebody with haste. Zaz? Snow? I mean, Zaz is a cool guy. Snow's a fucking tool. And you'd be alright with Hope. Be a good little magician for you. But I think to really enjoy this game how it was meant to be enjoyed, you want to get to where like you're leveled up enough to take on some shit, basically, once you can just have the 2 girls from Pulse guiding Lightning around Pulse. She's the main character, they're the 2 girls from Pulse. Those are the 3 badasses. The one guy's a pilot. You got some dumbass freak of nature kid. Hope is a fucking freak of nature. He's a little mutant of some sort. Okay, I think he might be like the Christ figure in this one. But there's something not right about that boy. He's a little too powerful just for some random kid. That's all I'm saying. But and Snow, yeah, whatever. I forgot what I was talking about. So poison, and Fang, because she's fucking Fang, man. She's got the strength like Hope's got the magic. Alright, let's do this. One last check, am I ready? Yes, I'm ready. I know, I'm fucking hilarious. Alright, where's my trash can area?
Let's do this.
I just said that. Did she used to sell Hondas and get trained by Grant Cardone, the little videotape guy? No, she's probably into real estate. I can tell by that fancy haircut. Alright. This is creepy. I know I've done this before, but it's still creepy. Huh. Are those Mako coils? So, "13" is like a post-apocalyptic type thing. And there's a decent amount of evidence that it's kind of mused as a continuation of 7. And that 10 is the prequel. So, really, I'm not sure as far as whether or not 13 becomes before or after 7. But the idea that 10 is the prequel is very interesting because basically it's the little kid Shinra and the Albed entrepreneur guy Ren who wind up starting the whole Mako Energy company. And that's why the great-great-grandson or whatever of little Shinra is fucking Shinra from Shinra Incorporated or whatever. So in 10, the Aeons were summoned and there was Machina. These are Lassie. They're made into summoners by Machina. But in 7, what is it? It's Materias. Idle off Materias. Yep, don't know how to connect that. But it'd be really interesting to try, you know, like, I'm big on just Final Fantasy fan fiction theories. And, it seems at some point the Mako energy was used to replace the spiritual energy that all the sleeping people, you know, all the people, all the summoners, all basically the magic capable people combined their energy to summon. But it seems like they had it was like a time where the technology had been long forgotten, you know? And here you have the false sea creating pretty much everything, but then little dude fucking figures out how to create a false sea in the second one, in 13.2. Or no, is it? Yeah, it's 13.2. But anyways, that's what I love about Final Fantasy. There's just so much interconnected seeming stuff. And, you know, a lot of people criticize this particular game for being too linear, and while that's true, it's definitely something that was intended. You know, I mean, you can have some critiques about some areas being less interesting than they should be, but basically, until you get to the point where you're at like the Calmlands type area, like in 10. 10 was very linear too. Until you get to the Calmlands, basically. But until you get to Pulse, it has to be linear, because you have a fucking electronic AI magical super being called a foul sea manipulating everything that you do and trying to lead you toward a certain fate. And it's not just a matter of urgency and locked in a path of destiny and stuck with only one way out. It's a matter of there's somebody behind the scenes pulling the strings, making sure that there is only one way out. And, well, here he is. So I'm not going to turn it up to where you can hear it very well. If you want to see the cutscenes, find a video with all the cutscenes. I'm not trying to get flagged if I don't have to. I'll turn it up a little bit so I can hear it. No, actually, I need to turn my damn fan down.
This is it. Moment of truth, hero.
Little lights. Just like when I used to take those pills in 1999. Speaking of bad trips.
Dodge! Sarah!
I can't dodge the Sarah. Sorry, am I ruining the moment? I'm trying.
Dreams, meanwhile, shattered in a flash.
Dodge! No!
You never learn.
Think. Where's the real Sarah?
I don't know if you realize this, but thinking ain't his strong suit.
Listen.
real. It's just Fauci smoking nerves.
Yeah, they don't work wonders.
Wisdom does
Big
come with
tricks.
age.
At last, my errantless sea. Men fight men. Men battle beasts. Cocoon wars with pulse. There can be no end to such conflict.
Potato,
But
potato.
Cocoon's end is imminent and inevitable. Will you not at least slay Orphan and make it quick as an act of mercy?
Mercy? You mean murder. And Cocoon won't die. We're not here for that. We came for you.
Such willful insolence. Disappointing. You prolong Cocoon's suffering. And to what end? Refusing me but condemns another to face your promise tomorrow. If you truly seek salvation, you will obey. Fill your focus and gain eternal life.
Come on. Take it up. Just try it.
Fulfill your focus and gain eternal life.
You can do this over and over again and keep an eye on the HP there.
This guy.
Ooh. Looks like it helps with the staggering.
Orphan awaits you. Do not fail his final trial.
Potions. Shit. Damn it! Damn it! That's the easy one. So, if you don't know the basics of this combat system, there's a lot of different clues as to when the big attack is coming. And then you have this all-sentinel paradigm, which allows you to take less damage, and if the right command comes up, even elude an attack. And it has different commands that, I don't know, if you practice more with it, I suppose you could manually input, but I don't practice much with the Sentinel thing. But it can be very useful the times that I have gotten the hang of it.
Put a lid on it.
Release. Last release.
It's done.
All right. Whew. We did it, huh?
Yep. It's a bird again.
He did just what he wanted.
Yet it must fall ere we be saved. To flare the shell and youths should not thrive. To stop the shell and they will not die. Slaughter and salvation, two irreconcilable focuses we bore. Yet bound were we in a cocoon prison, impervious to our power. And so we thank you for granting us our longed-for birth.
Did I sleep? No, not anymore.
We are the abandoned, born but come to die. Our name is Orphan. By our hand, the world shall know redemption.
Okay, so Orphan is a separate being from Bartandelus that is now merged with Bartandelus. That's Bartandelus on the right, and Orphan is basically reacquired his demon. Okay, so Orphan is the overseer, but he has this little henchman, basically, that's part of his AI, but interactively separate. And Orphan itself can't wield any power directly, but he powers all of the machines that do all the different things that caretake for the fake moon called Cocoon. Why everybody lives in the fake moon called Cocoon, nobody fucking knows. I think it's got something to do with a different storyline. Hopefully they'll come out with it soon. Maybe they already did and I just haven't played it. Anyways. But so the basic concept is this AI that he created, Bartandelus, created a scheme to give Orphan the ability to take physical form and be killed, so that, I don't know, basically they want to meet God. They've lived so long, they don't know why they're there. They're supposed to be a creator, and they have it in them to summon the creator. And what's interesting is that it seems to me like he's that kid sitting right there. That kid doesn't even know it yet. He creates them in the future. Anyways. In the series where they're time traveling to begin with. Alright, let me get a sip of my coffee. Take a couple deep breaths here. Push. No, wait, I'm not birthing a child. Okay. So, if I get my paradigms right, this should go smoothly. I think probably the biggest challenge out of all this is getting paradigms that work for all the battles. But let's see how it works. So first thing I'm going to do I suppose, is Libra. So he used the right elements on him. I don't know, I've been doing a lot of Libra. But I might just save that for... I can use a Libra scope. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I should start in tortoise.
We shall pry open the door to salvation.
Okay, dude. Huh, elude. Ow.
Follow my lead. Yeah? Move on instinct.
Got him poisoned. Dagger! Damn it. Oh shit! I didn't see the consummate light! Oh god, I'm gonna die. No, no.
Move on instinct. Over here.
Oh, you're such a whore. It's coming. Damn it! I didn't see the fucking... I knew it was coming. I think one of them's dead.
Move on instinct.
Fucking die already. Whew. Not bad. Got a little skittish at the end there. That stagger did pretty well. That certainly shortened up the battle. But then in the end, the poison is what got him, because he gets angry. He definitely gets angry. And now, Orphan itself.
Have you ever paused to consider our reason for making the sea of men? We found sea crafted for a single purpose, and granted finite power to that end. With men, it is not so. Men dream, aspire, and through indomitable force of will achieve the impossible. Your power is beyond measure. We take the sea, that we might wield such strength. Through you, we obtained freedom from our bondage. And now, your focus alone remains. Defy it, and all will flee from loss. Cocoon's sacrifice, and that of grand pulse as well. Yet, if we but summon the liquor, we will be granted the chance to begin again. All our sins absolved, and the world born anew. Submit the sea, become Ragnarok, lead us into the light.
Let her go!
We have no need of flood the sea.
Orphan! I'll do it. I'll destroy you.
Ragnarok. The will to guide a world unto oblivion. Can you bear the sin of our salvation?
You heard me. I
Can't
said
bear any
I'll
more of this
do it.
speech.
You can't. I'll be fine. And you can't forget our promise. We promised to save Cocoon. We promised.
I made another promise too. To protect my family.
What are you doing, Cat?
Sometimes. You gotta choose! Back off!
This ain't the time to be believing it, lady.
You too, huh? What do you gain from hurting Vanille? We're in this together. This is my focus. No one's gonna stop me.
hell was that? I think she's been holding back on us.
Everything I do. Why? Is this what you meant to happen? All of them.
After all we went through.
Guess I deserve it. After what I did. I'll pay my sin to bear for choosing salvation.
So the tattoo isn't her mark. There's a mark kind of like that tattoo on her other arm. That's the mark of the Lassie. And these foul sea AI proto-gods or whatever will give these people power, and they get branded with this Lassie mark, and they get given a focus, which comes in the form of a dream that may or may not make sense, and they have to figure out how to accomplish this focus lest they turn into those creatures what you're looking at, which are a form of crystalline damnation, kind of, as opposed to a crystalline, I wouldn't call it heaven, but allegedly euphoria that one reaches if they complete their focus, and then they become one of those pretty little crystal formations that you saw floating around earlier. So their focus was to become Ragnarok. All of them. So if one of them becomes Ragnarok, that means the rest of them failed their focus. Vanille, I think, was spared because she already became Ragnarok and completed her focus.
Please, stop! Stop it! Give them back!
Salvation is born of sacrifice, miracles of misery. From shattered shards, a new crystal legend will arise. Yes! May anger be your strength. Despair and save us all. Now, the day of wrath is come.
Kind of an awkward way to edit that. Like, who's having this little vision right here? They should have like shown the face of the person having this little daydream. Are we having this daydream? We're in between two boss battles. We're not supposed to be having daydreams.
anger didn't drive us. We just had things worth fighting for.
Yet again. How many times must you fail?
Let me go.
We take the form of Ragnarok. Deliver us that which we have too long been denied.
What do you want?
Steep yourself in hatred. Let it infuse your soul with the strength it craves. Your awakening demands an offering of pain.
Vanille, run.
No! I swore I wouldn't run away anymore! I'd rather fight and lose than give up without even trying! Fang!
Miracles out of misery. You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, Fang. Who'd be dumb enough to swallow that crock?
Sure. We've all had better weeks.
You're lying!
But you can't be.
Allegedly.
Could be more foul sea smoke and mirrors.
Fang, I'm sorry.
I forgot.
We made you go it alone. Second time now, isn't it?
But where were you?
Somewhere cold and dark. Just thinking about everything that happened up until now. And then it was like...
It was like I had a glimpse of the future. Everyone was smiling and laughing. And Sarah, even light. I don't know. It's a new focus or something. Thinking didn't really make sense, of course. I mean, knowing we were made and all. Luck would have it. Next thing I know, I feel somebody pushing me right along.
You were there too, Fang. Same side. All of us. Together to the end.
Y'all know it's too early for celebrating, right?
Listen. You're not alone anymore.
I'm chewing on a
We
stick.
have a new family now. We stick together. You hear me?
Yes, I promise. We promised, didn't we? The brand of the sea. The symbol of the focus we all faced. The mark of the fate we all shared. Proof of the promise we all made.
The heroes never die. Come on. We've got a world to save.
If we have the power to destroy Cocoon, then we have the power to save it. You say you want your day of wrath, do ya? Well, it's coming right up.
Tom, we gave the people what they really want.
We can do it. I know we can. We made it this far.
Right.
Let's make a real miracle happen.
Lady Luck sure ain't on his side. No, we overreach you.
Is that so?
You don't believe in anything. You gave up on life before you were even born. Sat poisoning Cocoon from the inside, waiting for someone to come and destroy you. Sure, you think the end of the world is salvation. All you care about is death's release. So take it, and leave the rest of us alone. We don't think like that.
Technically, you're thinking exactly like
There's no
that.
hope left. We keep looking until we find some. Maybe Cocoon is past saving, but it's our home, and we'll protect it or die trying. We live to make the impossible possible. That is our focus.
So just to be clear, because it wants you to kill it, you're going to teach it a lesson by killing it. In other words, it wants you to kill it to release its spirit so it can meet God or whatever. So Cocoon is destroyed, basically. Killing it destroys Cocoon, and that's what it wants, because if Cocoon is destroyed, that's going to summon the creator. Kill Orphan, Cocoon destroyed. So to save Cocoon, they're going to kill Orphan? See where that... Anyways, I guess I'll Time for the guitar.
Find your own foot.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so it's not going to let me do any kind of buffing, huh? about a quake? Does that work?
You down.
Nope. Absolutely nothing. Okay.
The madness ends here.
Yeah, I'm about to fuck his world up. Tell him, girl. Yeah. Ooh, did I see 99.99? That must have been Fang on there. Helping her with the chain damage. Ain't you a little bitch? I think that was even easier than last time. Girl power. Yay! Crystarium expanded. Take it easy, Mr. Conway. Somebody get him some Pepto.
We've come to save Cocoon, right?
Right.
Is that a him? So that's Eden. And the power's gone out. Oh shit. Oh, does that mean it's gonna come crashing down to the surface? That's right. Yay, lack of sleep makes all things new.
Stay together!
Hey, grab my hand. Okay.
We can all make a big puddle when we go splat.
Fang! Vanille!
Oh, 2 puddles.
Vanille?
You're gonna make a lovely puddle.
Wishes can come true. But not if you just wait for miracles. Right? Miracles are things we make for ourselves. Here and now.
So they just absorbed all the pulse creatures and become that. Shiva. Okay. Snaky-headed Leviathan bitch. Made of 2. Oh, that's interesting. That doesn't look like it's helping, really. Damn. So they became a changeling that became a crystal. Got it. Hold up, that's Fang and Vanille, and that's... Who's that? That looks like Shara right there.
Wake up.
Apparently the goddess turns them back.
They did it. They saved the world.
She had an Australian accent. Who'd have
They
thought?
gave us a new one. That's one gift I'll forgive him for not rapping.
Yeah.
This is as much as we can do. The rest is up to you.
Does this mean we completed our focus?
Cocoon's seen better days, that's for sure. Yeah, and I'd say that qualifies as a demolition. Focus complete.
Whatever you want to believe. It really is a miracle.
My brand! It's gone!
It's easy to lose sight of things in a world as wide as this one. But if you keep going, you're sure to find what you're looking for, sooner or later.
Alright, so that's all more storyline that leads into stuff that you aren't going to understand unless you've seen the whole series of cutscenes, and they're well worth watching for those who have apparently authorized copies, but none of that's really relevant to what just happened, so it's not really fair use as far as I'm concerned. But you should definitely get all three of these games. To play one of them is to believe the propaganda that's out there about Final Fantasy, because, you know, it's an important Japanese software company, and Japan is an important American ally, and, well, it's not our allies that run internet reviews and shit, okay? Anyways. To get what just happened here, and to get the full significance of it, you don't just have to play the whole game twice. you have to play all 3 games, then come back and play this one again. In fact, play all 3 games enough times to get them really well, then come back and play this one again. Play them all 3, all the way through. And it's a good buy as far as a package deal for the amount of entertainment it provides, the amount of story and reflection, and certainly well-developed characters. Anyways, it gets a bad rap because it's flawed, and people who want to give things a bad rap can amplify flaws. That's just how it goes. That's politics. But I don't like when politics enters into video games, just like I don't like when politics enters into the rating system on a technology platform. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone, and support your local coastal restoration efforts. And if you don't have a reef tank, you should get a reef tank. And if you have been keeping reef tanks for a long time, learn how to breed fish. And if you know how to breed fish, you should start your own store. And if you know how to start your own store, you should make that store an educational store and teach people just how horrible the ocean is getting. Teach them what's going to happen when it's done dying, because it's not going to turn to crystal and be magically reawakened by the goddess, at least as far as I know. But miracles do happen. But as we just saw, they're reserved mostly for those people who are responsible enough to take action to solve problems. So let's stop sitting on our hands and get people understanding the problem so that we can get it solved. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this little entertaining exhibition of the 3 female characters. We wondered if they would win. We wondered if they would kick ass and take names and kick those names in the ass. And I don't even know what the names were. There's just fucking boot and high-heeled prints all over them. So, good times, good times. Thanks for watching, everybody. Click the like button if you don't mind, and of course make sure you're subscribed. If you click the little dingy bell and make sure it's pressed in, you might actually get notifications of when I do these broadcasts. And again, you might not. Bye. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Fuck up. I tried. I really tried, but it just didn't do what I wanted it to do. And I thought this mouse was wonderful. I praised you, mouse. I sang glorious songs to your empire. And you betrayed me.
Now it takes my pain back to a place I don't understand. I've known, I've known. It's in my heart, and baby, down in my soul. You, baby, you can't take it no more. walk in the sand. Oh, baby, you know it's fine. But now you done and piss me off. You ain't done something you shouldn't have done. Baby, I'm mad. I'm going on. Oh, I'm going on.